Okay, so in class we talked about value. So value is, the definition is simply lightness and darkness. We practice holding our pencil to the side, kind of like if you ever play the drums. You're going to hold it to the side, and we're going to use the side part of the lead to draw tone. We don't want to create lines, so we're not going to hold it like we would if we were to write words. We're drawing tones, not lines. So I don't want you to draw using lines. I want you to draw using the side of the pencil. You have to practice, practice, practice how you look in the mirror. So I'm not looking at all the little hairs in my eyebrows. I'm blurring my eyes. I'm kind of squinting so it looks blurry. It's hard to do, especially when it's up close. If you wear glasses and you can't see, it's blurry when you take them off, that's good. We're going to draw blurry. We're going to see it blurry. We're going to draw it blurry. So this was the example I showed you of drawing, and the only the really dark parts that I see are my iris, and that's the colorful part of my eye. I do see a little dark here, and I saw dark in this little corner of my, like where the bridge of my nose is. Even for my eyebrow, I'm not drawing the individual hairs like this. I am just doing a general tone. And you'll notice now I have a lot more dark areas because I'm old and I've got all these different places to put tones. But this looks more like an eye, a realistic eye, because that's what we actually see. We see these areas of dark and light. We don't see these lines on your face. If you practice using the side of the pencil, you can practice putting tone where you actually see it. Now, so if I come down and I'm looking at my nose, I'm not going to say, oh, well, a nose, you do this, and this is how you draw a nose. No, I want to see, I want to actually look in that mirror. Actually, I don't see this dark here. I see a little bit of shading here, but this is leading me down. So all I see is a dark edge here on the side of my nostril. And then I see this weird dark shape kind of right there. And that's it. So I'm not drawing more than what I see. So this is really what I see that's dark. I see a kind of fold that comes here. And these things don't even have like names. Just I see this funny shading here. I have to constantly blur my eyes, remind myself, look blurry. So it's really dark here. And then there's like a smudge of dark here for around my nose. Then if I'm going to travel down, looking for dark, looking for dark. Upper lip is always going to be darker than the lower lip. And then one place I do see a line is where the lips come together. So that I can kind of, and I'm at an angle, so it's going to be foreshortened. So that's all I see for the line of my lips. This is where it stops because I'm at a 3/4 angle. But you're just going to practice putting these tones. I'm not looking for color. I'm looking for dark and light. So drawing something that has color can be confusing. I see a little bit dark here, but I really see the darkness under my lower lip. And I can soften that up because I don't want to see these lines. And I'm just working myself around, trying to find areas of dark and light. Noses are really, really tricky. I have to tell myself I'm not drawing a nose, I'm just drawing these weird dark and light areas. So the paper's already light, so I'm applying dark. You could do the same approach and add light tones to dark paper, but we are accustomed to putting dark on light paper. But that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for areas of dark and light. So it doesn't matter what I think a nose should look like. What matters is where do I see these dark areas? And I just see this weird little, there's a shadow cast by my nose here. Here's the other side of my mouth. I see some crease here. So I'm not worrying about, does this look like just like my face? I'm worrying about, am I finding all of these tones? So this kind of throws it off. So I'm not going to be able to work over here. But what I want you to do is practice, 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 really looking in that mirror and only doing these subtle tones. You're going to look for the very, very darkest places. And the darkest places are going to be your iris, probably somewhere in your nostrils, depending on how the angle of your face. That line, the only place you really see a line is going to be the line that divides your lips. You would see some darkness when I blur. Under my chin is really dark. So you kind of can assess like where are the very darkest places, but you have to really, really blur your eyes to see those areas. I don't need a whole bunch of detail. I don't want to see the eyelashes. I don't want to see any lines on this. I only want to see tones. So you're going to be practicing using the side of your pencil, and you're just going to work these tones in. You're going to be really practicing blurring your eyes. So when you look in that mirror, you are looking for just those dark tones. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to kind of darken up. Where is it much darker? Now I've got like makeup, so I actually see a bit of a line here. But unless you're wearing makeup, you're not going to see this almond shape so much. You might see a line where the crease of your eyelid is. That's another place where you might see a line. So a line might be here. But that you really want to pay attention to. What does that line actually look like? Same with the line that divides your lips. To me, that really describes what somebody looks like more than a lot of people think the eyes are what makes something look like somebody. My eyebrow shape goes over a little bit more. I'm still not doing any hairlines. So I want you to practice using the side of your pencil, blurring your eyes when you look in the mirror. And if you notice, I've got my mirror right here next to my drawing, so I can just go back and forth, rather than have your mirror over here and then try to look back and forth. Here I've got the image of what I want to draw, and then right next to it, my actual drawing. It's going to be easier if you set yourself up like that. So if you've got your sketchbook and you're looking in a regular mirror, have it propped up so you can look in the mirror and draw from looking in the mirror.